I know you guys are wondering who is this. Trust me, man, it's your boy Daki. Through the air now, you know. Anyways, guys, I'm happy to be in your faces again. New look, trying to give you guys hot just the way you like it. And today I have with me my guys that we are set to bisect a very complicated conversation that has to do with farming. So people are like, what are you doing with farming on this topic? Trust me, it's an amazing one, an amazing run. You don't want to miss this one. I have with my normal guest, Ebuba and Zinoleesky. Zinoleesky was good.
All right.
I'm good. It's the fact that I'm beginning with Zinoleesky. I'm always beginning with this stupid guy beside me. I'm like, when we Gusto accept me, give my like, I'm tired of this guy in my life. Like, what?
But no, you can't be tired. You can't be tired.
I don't want him on my set. That's the thing. I don't want him on my set again. I'm tired. But I have a choice. I would play Buju. What's good?
You are stuck with me, bro.
Go for Pete. So mad. Who is stuck with you? Say I'm stuck. I'm not go for Pete. I will stuck with you. Now, yesterday, everybody told Reborn, he was like, I don't do girls. I swear. He said, I don't do girls. This is him now.
False accusations flying here and there.
You are lying.
I beg, move on.
He said, I don't do girls. I thought he said, I'm stuck with you. But anyways, I have a special guest today with me. I'm going to give you guys the privilege to win money. If you can guess who this person is, I'm going to win for yourself $2,000 cash. Like, come to the studio, get it cash in 2 seconds. 1, 2. I know you guys won't lie. Anyways, I have with me Big Lala, showstopper. What's good?
I'm good though. You guys are having fun in the studio. Jamaica, they come.
Really good now.
She make come.
Hey, you're welcome.
Baba, come on. Like, come on. From airport to the studio, you use like 50K. That was good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I like your head.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. That's our stars do. We get just one. Yeah, good. Anyways, quick one, Lala. Yeah, welcome. And today we have a very, very funny conversation. There's been a lot of talks around it. When I was younger as a child, what we thought as children was the fact that the world depends on agriculture to grow. Like, you have to go to farm, we have to have farmers to have equilibrium in the system and all of that. And then Ogun State at the time, they said Ishe Logunshe, Ishe Lafin Denigiga. So you have to go to the farm to be that person. But then we have some guys that they've decided to take this thing to a different level, and then they've used it to their own advantage to spoil like a lot of stuff and everything. We are talking about the streaming farm today, basically streaming farms. Zinoleesky, I saw a tweet from me yesterday. I'm going to start with that. I saw a tweet from Zinoleesky yesterday, and then it was in the heat of the conversation. It was in the present heat, and the Zinoleesky was like, farmers are eating good. Was that what he said?
Yes,
farmers are eating good. Can you explain what you mean by that conversation?
Yeah, I said farmers are eating good, which is not a lie in general, in all sense of it. Because if you look at the food that we eat normally, obviously they are produced by farmers. Farmers go to the farm, plant and all of that, and then we have the food ready for us to consume. Yeah. Right now, it has now moved from the physical to the technological farming. So you really do not even need to plant the crop and then to dig with hoe and cutlass before you can farm anymore. You can farm with your laptop. Farming where we are going right now, it's advanced farming. You don't need manure or fertilizers. Just tech farming, and then you are getting results. Which is also the point of all the farming.
So your church, man, that was what you had yesterday.
Obviously, now I said farmers are eating good because we have the stream farmers, we have the agricultural farmers, and then we have fish farmers. A lot of farmers. Egg farmers.
So now talking about stream farmers.
What's up like the Yamuli kind of farmers?
That was empty.
Anyways, quick one here. I want to send this on to Lala. Lala, quick one. At the point here when the conversation was getting heated at the point, and I think it was a podcast where they asked Don Jazzy, and he has been heavily accused. Baba has been like he has been the top of it. Everybody accuses Don Jazzy of stream farm, every person and all of that. But then Don Jazzy was like, it does not exist. He said, if he had, in his words, it was like, if they were stream farms, why does he have artists that have not blown? And in my mind, I'm like, which artists never blew? But then he said they were not stream farms. And do you think, with his status and all of that he has achieved in the industry, do you think he would lie about it at that point?
Well, I wouldn't want to say it was a lie, but it was just a political correct statement. He wanted to feign some sort of ignorance, which is fine on his part. But if you look at Marvin as a whole, they don't necessarily have to farm. And just to go to Don Jazzy's statement, he said if stream farms actually exist, why hasn't his artist blown? But the thing is, stream farm is not responsible for people blowing. It just helps you in terms of PR, your numbers, and placing you in places, gives you more reach in terms of people who can access your song easily without having to search or go into your profile. That's what stream farms provide. And if your song is crap, if it's rubbish, no amount of farming can help you. It will only get to that place, and if people don't like it, they skip it. It will be very obvious that, you know, it's not genuine. So Don Jazzy was just being politically correct. He knows stream farms exist. His artists may not be using it by one, but they exist, and he knows. So he was just trying to be ignorant, which is fine by me anyway.
So now let me ask. So if you are saying Don Jazzy knows that stream farm exists, he's just trying to shy away from it. So are you saying, since he knows, does his artists, do they use stream farms?
Well, his artists, like I said, his artists don't need to use stream farms because they are the biggest label in Nigeria in terms of funding. They had a partnership 2 years ago before they signed Ayastar and these other new guys. It was so much money that they had available to spend. They have a lot of influencers on their payroll, TikTok, comedians. Now, Don Jazzy is even trying to pally the guys who play bets on Twitter because that's an avenue that people are not looking at. They have thousands or millions of people that bets, and you won't be surprised if some of these tipsters on Twitter now are promoting songs for Don Jazzy because he's just cornering everybody. Everybody's goodwill. If he wants to pay somebody, he's paid them ahead in kind, and then they can use him as part of their promo. He's done that. He's built that kind of brand for himself, and that's the strategy he has put in place, and it works. It may not be immediate, but it works for his artists. It looks like they're spending a lot of money, but at least they're getting value for that money. If they were using a stream farm to get to those chart positions, it's fine. It will be cheaper for them, but they don't really need to do that because they have money to spend. They have money to spend. They are not like any other label in Nigeria that they need to start looking at. But of course, there's budget, but their budget is the max of their budget. It pass, in fact, what some artists will spend for 4 projects. So they're well endowed. Every artist signed onto that label has a promotional budget. At least you see all these things that they are doing. You can feel it. You can see their promo. Unlike the real farmers where you don't feel their promo, you just see that bam, the song don't hit number 1, number 2. So yeah, they don't need to.
Whatever it is that brought Lala to this conversation, the shoes is very serious. Very, very serious. I was at the point where Seyi Vibez made a big claim, and Seyi Vibez was like in his music video, where he said, according to him, he said, artists now depend on the farm crops to grow. So basically, if you cannot farm, you cannot grow for some artists. But then let's go way back here. At the time when we had likes of P-Square, likes of the Banj in his prime, we had Don Jazzy, Tubaba, this guy that did Yauze, Olamide, this amazing guy at the time.
Even the early days of them.
Even those early days. Like, I'm not sure we had like this shame family conversation then. But then these guys were growing. In quotes, they blew. In quotes, they blew. So, what is it that they use in blowing then that artists cannot still use in blowing now that they have to use stream farm? In respect to what Seyi Vibez is saying.
Well, for me, I think I will come in from the angle of technology here, because looking at it back in those days, the likes of Apple Music, Spotify, and all of these things were not all popular. The major thing was YouTube. Yeah. And even at that, even on YouTube, they don't even promote videos. Like if you go back, videos of 12 years ago, you see 1 million views, 3 million views, like they don't even care. So far, they are doing the music and they enjoy what they are doing. So it was more of good music selling itself than doing more of international or push on social media. So then, if your song is popular on the streets, forget it. You are big and then you are known all over the place. So it was more of good music plus intensive effort by the artists to push the song. They are always all over the places, and then the radio was more popular and TV. So then artists will go to TV, pay radio stations to play their songs. If they don't play your song for radio, you never blow. So you have to struggle to submit your tapes. And I remember like some days where we used to go to top radio to submit CDs of artists that and when post push, artists don't drop songs. So it was not days of Apple Music and Spotify. It was days of radios, TV, newspaper, like all those local stuffs were the things that were happening.
Yeah, I remember most artists were even parking on some DJs to play their songs.
Yeah, DJ
Alaba was like big machine.
Sure that once you get your DJs to play, you know that people will hear that song and everybody will buy your tips. people in traffic will start selling your CD. So that's the major group. So yeah, it's the effort.
Anyways, let me get back to that on this one. For some department here on Twitter, a lot of people actually having this conversation saying Stream Farm is responsible or is contributing solely to the fact that I'm sure you understand this. Like going about the child, it's called that whenever, let's say Olamide drop a song, for instance, that song trends for the whole year. Like from January, just like say February, by December, people still play that song in the party and they dance to it. Like they last like this longevity style and all of that. But now people drop song March 1st, and by March 15th, you're like, it's old song. Now, do you think Stream Farm is responsible for making song like lose value in short span, all of that?
Well, the thing is, these days, people, especially artists, they want to measure their success. Back in the day, there's no concrete way to measure your success. People can say it's a hit, it's getting played there and there, but there's no numbers to back it up or no ranking to back it up. So what Apple Music Top 100 provides is a sort of ranking that shows this song is the most listened song on our platform for this day. But there are so many flaws in depending on that platform alone, because the usage of Apple Music in Nigeria is not more than YouTube, it's not more than Odumodu, it's not more than Boomplay. But Apple Music is actually a premium platform, right? And if you're able to make it to number 1 on that platform, they see it as something dope, or like you've achieved something. So for every artist in Nigeria that does music, they want to be there. So that's why these streaming farm guys are making so much money, and they're represented, like Zinoleesky said. But yeah, so it needs to be measured. But the mistake is we as a people, as a music consuming nation, we've placed Apple Music Top 100 on a very high pedestal. Like, if you're not on that top 100 or top 10 or top 15, then we don't consider you to have had a good song or a hit song. So that's the unit of measurement that people use it for at the moment, which is wrong. There are other platforms that they need to actually focus on, and your numbers must match. If you're doing 100k streams per day on Apple Music, you must be doing 100k streams per day on Spotify, because their user base is similar, right? You need to be that. And then also your Boomplay also has to match, because Boomplay has a lot of users, Odumodu has a lot of Nigerian users. So on those local platforms that have their own Apple top 100 or top 50, whatever, you must equally be leading it. You can't be leading on one very well and then the other one, you're on your YouTube, you're having 10,000 streams. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to anybody, because there are people that use 10,000 that use YouTube Music, and you have to be equally there. The ones that do their job well, they make sure it's all round. So if you are farming on Apple Music, you are increasing numbers on Spotify, you are increasing numbers on YouTube. I'm giving people expo now. So those are the things that it is right now. So kudos to the guys like Turntable Charts, who found a way to bring all these platforms together and have one single chart. So if any artist wants to know if they're actually really doing good, I think they should turn their attention to such charts that have a holistic approach to getting these numbers of everything. Everything that goes on in terms of music streams. It makes absolutely more sense than relying on Apple Music. But Apple Music is high on people's list. So I understand why people want to be number 1, even if it's for 1 hour or 2 hours. That's the way they place it in there.
Shots fired.
I woke up on number 1 today.
The thing is that why just to go to get that commercial, but then that was a very subtle shot. God, wherever that bullet hits, you're old.
It don't take 2 shots. Wait till low.
But then I'm still in the conversation here. Lala was talking about what the relevance of Apple Music is and everything. I'll give an instance here. I'll mention names. I don't even say anybody now. Do you like Seyi Vibez?
If people...
Will you listen to Seyi Vibez?
You already know that.
No, I know. I want to get the point. Will you listen to Seyi Vibez? Okay, I'm asking that because we did a shoot conversation, yeah? You guys should go see that content. And a lot of persons really don't listen to Seyi Vibez. A lot of persons. Just few persons listen to Seyi Vibez. But then, Apple Music Top 100, and then you get number 1. It shows that in the country, you are like the most. Your song is like the biggest song at the time. Yeah, at the time on the platform. But a lot of us, like, I don't listen to Seyi Vibez. I don't even vibe to his songs. I feel they are not the kind of songs to listen to. Now, when it gets to that position, like number 1, like I've said, is it tangible enough to say that you have the biggest song in the country at the time? Is it a valid conversation? Is this something to be proud of? That okay, I'm on number 1, and obviously the whole Nigerians love my song.
Well, that's not. It's not a valid point, to use. It's not a yardstick to say you have the biggest song in the country. Well, on that platform, Apple Music, yes, you have the biggest song on Apple Music. But then, what is the impact of your song on the streets? Like, gone are the days where people now say, if you don't hear my song for street, I don't blow. Nobody's saying it again.
Yeah.
Ckay's Hallelujah, I've never heard it for once before, like passing by on the road. But then it got to number 1 at some point. Aquafina, I don't know, I can't remember. But I remember the other day we were walking, we heard Amapiano.
And I'm like,
So all of those things are also things I mentioned. Okay, this song is actually really big. And then also check the social media platforms. How many videos are you seeing on your Explore?
That what you use that sound.
Check your TikTok. How many videos are you seeing that they are using that sound? So all of those things that okay, I don't see Amapiano, I don't see this one, I don't see that one, but I never see this song go. And I be number 1. And then that's where the question will come. Okay, how did they get to number 1? That is how the conversation of I'm on a stream farm. This one don't go farm song because nobody did hear the song. When Aquafina got to number 1, a lot of questions were raised on Twitter. So how is it number 1?
Well,
the song is sweet, the song is good. People are not doubting that, but then how did it get to number 1? I saw a comment that said, I don't know Young John, na snail, small, we just go.
That's not
That's it. So we just go. You can see am for C7, you go come back again, you go like that till you reach number 1. And if you check record of the previous song is almost the same thing. From gradually start rising up. So it looks more real. Like I see him now. He did number 9 yesterday. I don't do number 7. People they hear him. I see him for number 7, not the number 5. That's the logic that they are using for their own stuff. So everybody with their own strategy.
Before I even come to everybody, I think what you just said, you just made sense to me. Because if you follow Rema on Rema's page, I think Rema's been accused of this thing too. So what Rema does is on the video of Charm, he gives us a daily update. So at the point he gave us 10k, 15k, then he gave us 100k, and he gave us 1 million. So I think it's 5 million now. But then he has been around about 10. He's giving us the same streak. Like okay, today I'm on 10k, tomorrow I'm on. But then I observed like from 100k to 5 million was like. What are you doing this? I can do this. But anyways, let's leave that. I'm still on this conversation here. I've observed that we've called names like Zinoleesky, Asake, Young John, Ckay, more of the youngins. Are you saying that I'm not hearing the video? I'm not hearing Olamide, I'm not hearing Burna Boy. Are you saying these guys don't use stream fan away?
Well, I won't say they don't use stream fan. I will only say that they have enough fans to convince people that they don't need or they don't use stream fans. For example, Davido is releasing a song, know that everybody's going to listen to that song. So even if that song does not go in the back end as much as a lot of people think it is, by the time they use stream farm and the thing comes up, you won't doubt it because you know this is Davido, of course Davido's song should go. And Burna Boy, even if he uses, if it is go, it will go. If it will not go, it will still not go. What's his name? So Whiskey too. If they want to use it, people would not doubt them compared to the young guys. If a Rema song does not get to gets to number 1 and then comes down and then later comes back to number 1 in a space that is short with a song that we do not all like so much, people will doubt him. But if it's a Davido song, you will not really, because one thing also, Davido uses multiple platforms to promote his song. You see influencers here and there, all these guys who use the song. So you would think that it's some of those things that bring the songs back up. Meanwhile, it might be underground farming, so you can't accuse them.
Anyway, for Lala here, do you think it's healthy for the industry? For Afrobeat is growing now. The world is bonkers about Afrobeat. Everybody wants to work with Afrobeat artists. Do you think this idea of stream farm for our youngies, do you think is healthy for them? Is it something they should go for or continue doing in the meantime?
Well, from what I see, what I noticed, the first 2 songs on there, those 2 guys are signed or almost signed, whether it's partnership, to the same international label. And I think those are the people I'm going to actually hold responsible, because before this thing became a thing in Nigeria, like whether you like it or not, in China or in any of these European nations, stream fans have been in exile for a long time. It's a big issue for them that they're trying to solve. So what Nigerians were comfortable doing back then was iTunes. iTunes, we don't cast. Nobody they use iTunes again, but you will see artists they post, I'm number 1 on iTunes. Who buys songs on iTunes? We know that as casted and nobody pays attention. They've now found a way, and I think it's with the help of these international labels. I'm not going to name names. they have found a way to actually make stream farming in terms of Nigerian market possible. Now that they have made it possible, every other person has, found the plug to make it happen. Because you can't explain a song like Aquafina after how many weeks of being released, suddenly number 1. You cannot explain a song by Hallelujah after how many weeks of release, now number 1, and both under the same label. Not just those songs. If you look at the top 10, top 20, you find random nonsense songs. And I want to say congratulations to everybody involved that you have made Apple Music 100. You've made Apple Music 100 pure water, and nobody will believe absolutely nothing on that platform again. You have watered down what Apple Music 100 represents for a lot of people, and it's about time. So let's people now focus on playlists that make sense or songs that make sense. No more peer pressure on number 1. Nobody cares anymore. It's only you that care for your pocket at the moment. Me personally, I don't care, and I'm sure a lot of people don't care about what song is number 1 anymore. Our own is just, if your song is good, we jam it. But I don't remember the last time I played Aquafina, to be honest, unless maybe the first or 2 weeks it came out. Well, I don't count towards the number of those people, but I cannot believe it. Not just those 2 songs. If you look at that top 10 list, it's not something to write home about. Congratulations to all of you. Good luck with it. And like I said, I blame those international labels. They've rigged the game, to be honest. It's not something to be happy about. If you make number 1, please don't shout it, don't make noise. We know that possibly that you have done something. And I think you also asked the question about the old guys. I don't even think they need to. That's why Burna Boy is not concerned if it doesn't make it number 1. Wizkid is not concerned, except the fans, if it doesn't make it number 1. Davido, because he's on the comeback, he might be concerned, but he has the fan base to push it. He has the money to promote it. So you can't suspect them. The people you are suspect are the ones you are suspecting, and it's obvious. It's obvious. So, yeah.
Anyways, yesterday was a whole lot. We saw a certain Twitter guy, I don't call his name, but then it was like, this week farmers overworked this week. And then we saw how it was madness yesterday. In the early hours of yesterday, we saw Amapiano was number 1. Hallelujah was number 2. It was rising. And then New Religion was number 3 at the time. And then towards the end of the day, towards the afternoon, we saw where Hallelujah came to number 1, Amapiano was number 2, and Aquafina from nowhere came to number 3, taking New Religion to number 5, Asake went to number 4. And that's why I do like Seyi Vibez. I'm not going to talk about that one. And then by the end of the day, we saw Aquafina coming to number 1. And then funny how the gap between Hallelujah and Aquafina was like,
I think Hallelujah was like an hour plus.
Yeah, it was 2 hours, there about 2 hours. So people just stream for 2 hours and then boom, and that person went back.
We went to stream the other one and let's leave.
Well, Aquafina came number 1, which I think at the moment is still number 1.
Yeah.
So the top 10 looks like this: Aquafina, Hallelujah, Amapiano, Asake, New Religion, Dog Eats Dog, Zinoleesky, A1 Feeling Disorder, No Days Off, Tenny, Organic Way 9, Contour by Joe Boy, number 10. Lala, I say something here.
Organic way. But to be honest, you see that number, you see that top song, because I think it's updated periodically every hour, which is fine. I have no problem if they're going up and down. What I have a problem, I mean, that's fine because it's every hour, unlike the top 100, which is every 24 hours. So yeah, I think that's fine for top song. I don't think we should be too much. Of course, it's farmers at work, but one farmer is working more than the other farmer, which is fine.
One farmer get technology.
Machine tools. Well, anyways, on this conversation, we actually have to let this conversation go. But then I have like a lot of questions in my head. Now, we saw Black Bones yesterday coming to rant, make a lot of noise about this thing yesterday. Black Bones was like, Hallelujah is number 1, and I was happy about it. And then quickly was like, you guys didn't even let me take a screenshot. According to him, was like, damn, niggas didn't even let me pop the champagne yet. Like, before I would do pop, they don't come out, and all of that. But then it not make me ask questions. Like, just like Lola said, Apple Music is looking like what we should not take serious anymore again. But then, do you think this stuff would reduce the creativity of this young artist? Because basically now, last week, 2 weeks ago, I think from the run of 2 weeks and 2 weeks ago, last week, this week, a lot of artists that we expected a lot from to drop music dropped, and it was trash. A lot of artists, they drop trash. Like, as far as they'll give us snippets, snippets will be mad. When the software drop, like, it looked like they put in energy for the hook, they just sing rubbish for the rest. And then it's looking so consistent. Like you drop album, 14-track album, 10 will be rubbish, 2 will be mid rubbish. Then the remaining 2 that will make sense is because you featured somebody that look like you have sense. Then 2 of you now come back and sing rubbish. 2 rubbish should not make something that looks like sense. But as a matter of fact, it's still not the right thing about. And then it's emerging because a lot of them now discover that we can push in farms and then going to go to an extent and get some money. Do you think it's reducing their creativity when it comes to music?
Well, like one of the things that Lala mentioned when he was talking, he said that yes, streaming farming will get you to number 1, but if your song is bad, you won't stay there. Like that's the point. But if your song is good and you are supporting with the farming, obviously you know remain there because people like the song, people wouldn't skip it. But if it is a trashy song and you don't read number 1, you come like this thing, who be this one? I skip them. Like there was one song that was buzzing some 2-3 weeks ago, right? But now the guy is in custody. I don't want to mention his name.
Yeah, true.
Like the song was, I was like,
Yeah, this bit, like, how did he get there?
no, how?
Well, that song was sweet.
We go.
Song was sweet. I will touch you. Song was sweet.
I was like, how did this song get here from nowhere? A total unknown artist up on that place. That was like, no, this thing, pure water. So I don't think it will affect creativity of artists. It's just whoever now wants to be affected on his own, because okay, maybe in your mind, say, I get money to farm, make I just sing rubbish. You go take screenshots.
After your screenshot,
people forget about it straight, and you can tell from what you said, bro. Yeah, a lot of songs have gone to number 1. I don't even remember them until they come out like, this song it reached. Okay, nobody will remember because it was never a thing that people were playing till it got to that place. It was just we don't come. That's it.
Wow. I want to ask, like, this is the final question. I'm trying to Lala here. With what we've all said today, if you have a song on number 1, for instance, and then it has like stays for like say 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month as it were, does it make your song a valid song? Now, should we take them serious? Because from look of things, people just do 2 days, they get out, and that person occupies the space. We saw last year, towards the end of last year, it was Ruga. Ruga ended the year with number 1. Yeah, Ruga with Ashwaju. Ashwaju was number 1 for like a month, I think about a month or 2 months thereabout. Does it validate that? Now that looks real, because you can't farm. How do you farm for 2 months? Like, even crop, you don't grow, you don't matter, you don't plug.
probably farm small. With once it don't reach, you just leave farm, and because the song is good.
But because I'm going somewhere here, and then as I've said to Lala, does it make that song like the real deal? If you have a song that can stay for like a month plus and all of that, does it make it?
Well, I mean, again, to explain how the farming is supposed to help the artist is for them to get more exposure. If your song is really good and you farmed, and you are able to get more natural streamers, people save, people put on their playlist and everything, and it helps your efforts. And then you start reducing how much you're farming and your song is still there. That means you've achieved what the aim of your farming. That means you achieved it, which is fine. But just because you spent 2 weeks or 3 days, doesn't mean you did not farm. It's possible that you farmed and it worked out well for you because your song was really good. And there are so many songs like that, which is absolutely fine. If the song trends or uses 1-2 weeks on these platforms and people are releasing every week and nobody is disturbing you on that number 1 spot, then absolutely you need to regard that sort of song as a good song or as a valid hit song. Not just on that platform, you need to also consider what is happening on these other platforms, Spotify, Boomplay, Audiomack, YouTube, or even TikTok at that. But when Ashiwaju was trending, it was everywhere. People are there that it was a good song. So you can use that to cover a track that you did not find, which is fine. But I also have a problem with one thing is some of the artists now who are fighting for this number 1. I remember when especially Muga was there. I'm not saying Muga did not farm. It's possible that he farmed, but people were like, people they farm, they do fake stream, they enter number 1, blah blah. The same people that are on songs that are being farmed, but they want to get to that number 1. So I'm not mentioning names. We say they are on a song now that wants to get to number 1 song, but they had an issue there with somebody farming. But you're on a song that is being farmed and you're complaining that people are farming. Are you not the hypocrite?
It's doing me to call the person's name. I will not call his name. But anyways, with this report of mine, it has proven the fact that Davido's Unavailable was a hit song. That's what I was going to. You know, the song that stayed and did not go. People dropped song. Unavailable was #1. And with this few points of ours from Lalas to Zinoleesky, I asked everybody and they gave me the same answer. Even to it will be proof that if you have a song like Davido's song that deserves to be there, trust me, you have a very big song. Anyways, guys, on Stream Farm, trust us, we'll see more of this for you. But concerning today's episode, we have to let this conversation go. We'll catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and be careful. Yo guys, we're back on this one again, and this time, funny how Lala is not going to be with us on this one.
You have to leave now, you have to step out.
Yeah, I should have to step out.
Stay trout.
We should have stayed trial actually. At least
Maybe another time.
I said I praise Abdullah than this time. So, yeah, I'm tired.
Because I only support your 30 BG.
Just get out. Let's get out. It's just annoying that if you put reborn here, it's going to be worse.
It could be like PS soon.
7-0.
Why
Last I checked, last time I about played the match, I won.
Yeah, so far I think your last game you've not lost.
I haven't lost since Friday.
And Ruben has not won since Friday.
No, he won.
You play the game.
So,
That's true.
Friday, bro.
I feel for you. Anyways, today we're talking about somebody that I love so much. I used to like her. Talking about Tenny, or call her FJ. Tenny is someone that I used to like. Not like that.
Yeah.
I love her game.
Why did you stop liking her?
Lately, she has been too SX. Now she sees this video, I know she's gonna come out and say, "F you." I don't like you. She will do it. She's like Paula Boy now. Like she raps to everything, and like the idea of this stuff is, if you're a celebrity, you put your life out there. It's open. Like everybody can give opinion about your life. If you don't want to be that person, leave music. Leave the country. Just go and hide yourself. Delete your social media page. Don't post. Leave that space. We saw about weight loss journey. People spoke about it. She came out. She spoke about it. And then I just felt like that was not too much. Just leave it. But take out away from Tenny, a very, very good singer. Very, very good singer. I missed the streaming farm conversation. Tenny also was singled out. And then a lot of persons came out to say she was pained because she dropped a song at the time, no days off, and then she found to make it #1. Well, it didn't get there. And then a lot of persons said she was pained and people were like, why are you pained? It's like that's how you pained. You didn't make like a special sound, like it's not like you did a very big deal. And then she was like, no, she had a special sound. As a matter of fact, she has a unique sound. She came with a different sound that nobody has ever come through with it before. And then every other person sounds alike. She has a live section where she said that, say, every other artist in the country, name it, your Whiskey, your Burna Boy, your Davido, your Olamide, your Asake, Fireboy. She's every other person. I'm just making this big in every way. She's every other person. Your faves said they all sound alike. Only Tenny Makanaki sounds differently. And then she was like, you guys are deaf. If you're not deaf, you know that I sound differently. Don't you think? No, let's start with the movie. Yeah, let's start with this nonsense boy. Do you agree with Tenny on that one? Like every other person sounds alike, and then she alone sounds so differently with a new song.
Well, I would say that first of all, that is a self-acclaimed statement, because if you sound alike, people would notice and people would say it. That's if you sound different rather, people would notice and they will say it. And if you sound different and good, people would obviously say it. This, I mean, let me take you back. The time Adekunle started his new sound, he didn't have to come online and say I now sound different. Do you understand? Everybody knew that Adekunle had changed from the to a new sound. It was clear. But this one, you are the one that is trying to tell us that you sound different. I mean, if we have ears, we would have listened to it, we would have seen it. In my opinion, that song was a good song. Do you get it? If it was released at the time, it was supposed to be released.
Yeah.
It was a good song, and I think I've said it before that if you had a feature of someone who is currently buzzing, it would have gone. But the way it is, she spent so much time on the hook and the chorus more than the remaining part of the song. So after the snippet she dropped, me when I listen to the song, once I finish that part, the remaining part is just, I don't know, I just play it because I like her, that's all. So she can't come and say that she sounds different, every other person is sounding like, come on, who are you now? Come on. Who are you?
Hey,
Who are you? I put my life on the line every time and you paid up. Don't you put me, but I am a day. Don't I imagine how to leave Atlanta for Lagos? No, I mean, that song has the vibe, but just unfortunately didn't make it the way she expected it to.
The song has the vibe. It has the energy. I think the song is really, really up tempo. Like, he just puts you in a high mood. Like, once it just just start bopping, start vibing to it. But like I would always say, there's nothing new under the sun. Yeah, there may be a switch or a slight tilt to whatever it is you're doing, but bro, it's not new. If you check back, person don't do like my content, for instance. When I had the idea, like when I started doing it, a couple of people DM me like, this same thing I did think but you don't first me start I still think like there was one idea I was even meant to do before this one was, bro, I've been thinking about it, I've been playing with it too. All of a sudden I just saw another big skit maker now posted it at that time, and my guys were like, if you see it when they talk, like you see, I'm like, bro, and it went viral, and that was like the beginning of the person's success. So whatever it is that you are thinking of,
Don't think.
Neil Ajay,
God, I give idea to only one person. Now who first go am, now you win.
New, bro. There's nothing new. And then Tenny came out to say, the sound is different because the music we are churning out right now, the music artists are churning out are almost the same. In terms of the production, amapiano, but I think that she was basically referring to the amapiano vibe, because that's like what, bro, say last year like was amapiano land. Piano got to the day by amapiano that's in general.
I saw your last okay.
She came through with another sound, just like, okay, this is different from whatever it is we are listening to. She expected everybody to support, to show love, but people are actually supported. People showed the challenge is on, people are vibing, people are not jumping on it, and right, it's on number 5, which is actually very good. But to her, she felt like, as I drop this song like this, almost straight number 1.
She had high expectations.
Asake dropped just
two songs.
Amapiano.
Asake do now.
But they have told me they've bounced in.
Farmers. She farmers.
3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? Amapiano is 3 weeks.
Yeah. And they still the
wow.
So and those farmers go still drop down. Don't worry.
Anyways, there are big claims that for Tenny, she actually sampled somebody's beat. So which actually, if you're a Tenny fan, is you vote all what she said that she owns that beat. Yeah, it was said that she sampled a certain Santorini. Cross Santino, a Santino beat. I think he did that on the 2020.
Santino had a song. Is it Bloody Civilian or Bloody something? He featured someone on
the song, yeah.
Like when I heard Tenny song, like this is cute, but then it sounds like familiar. I was thinking that played that song. Maiwa. But when I played that song for me, I'm like, this bop is nice. And then I shazammed it and then I added it to my playlist. So when I heard this song, it was very familiar. Like, I've heard this song. Yeah. Santino is an auteur artist. He's not all that popular, big. But then he's also very good. He's also on Don't Get Dog. The remix that was dropped with Bella Swan that Santino was also on it. But then, so people are like, okay, you claim you have a new sound, but we heard something like this before. Even though it's not as up tempo as yours or not as lively and all that, but then this is actually not new. And they're like, bro, just drop the cap.
Tenny Makanaki, like I said, we love you, but then it has been confirmed that somebody actually have done that sound before, and but then it just makes I think it was last week where Don said that stuff, or 2 weeks ago, where he spoke about nothing really is new. what we have is revamp. What we have is you just edit it, you recycle it. Nothing is new. So it shouldn't be a case of you trying to form. I have something new. Just enjoy the cruise. Whatever it is you can do it and leave. But that boy sample somebody's beats. About don't even care. He has done that stuff. Anyways, guys, unfortunately, that is what we have for you guys today, and I'm sure you guys are waiting for this one. This is where I bring out my Gusto card, and then I have my games in this card. You have seen it. Wait, let me see. Okay, so I have my games. We're going to be doing these song association games today, and then this time, I just figured out that instead of passing the card to everybody, because it was a tip. So what it does is just like this. He sings the song, and it's like, I've not seen it too. And then you do 3 seconds. It's called the arc. It's called that. Okay, let me find the different meanings to it. I have 7 songs here, 7 words, which you guys are going to associate that with sound. Will help us with timer for 3 seconds each. And then today I'm going to begin with. I start with the first. Is it done? I began with done. It will be the first card. Okay, so I'm going to begin with done today. Song association, yeah. Yeah, pick numbers. I have 1 to 7. So I'm going to pick numbers. So, are you guys ready for this one?
I'm always ready, bro.
More is auto. Number 4. All it in my head. Time up. Abracadabra.
Single parts.
All it in my head. You know, shadow the part I'm talking about. All it in my head. Basically. I know I'm not. Let me write down that.
Your song that
Well, you shan't do that. So first, is it 2 1?
No, it's not. It's that's Abracadabra remix. Cause already in my head. That's Whiskey's part. And again, po.
This is both parts. Wait, Whiskey's part. Okay. Regardless.
Fine girls in my bed. About me be easy. Cause already in my head.
Okay, yeah. Say Whiskey's part, yeah. Anyway, let's go.
You know, I always start from the top, so you know.
How is gonna get this one? Fall.
Funny part is the fact that it is more than getting distracted. Why the fuck are you giving me time? That was so I guess my head, but I'm like, as I can't see this guy, you know, they didn't get fun.
Wow. It's okay. No, nice one again, man. Number 2, 10 years.
10 years. Which kind of this thing is?
Like, bro, time up. For 10 years, I think it was Magic's all over. One of the line, you know, they have 10 years.
It's like you must die. How you gonna look?
That's not agree.
Why? Cancel. Why? No.
You cancel it to
move on. Just simple that.
It's gone. I said,
maybe from now, next time, yes, see you are doing it.
You must know it.
Yes, that you have to be able to do it. If not, I don't.
Oh my god. But you agree that 10 years is that song, Gabi? All over by Magic's. Why is not doing like this now? When he said, I go wait, if not 10. Why are you doing like this now? Why are you doing like this now? Why are you doing like this now? Everybody, let's go. We have 1, 2 gone, 4 gone. So let's go.
What's up this time?
For Ghana.
What that make? How big?
I want to be like Angela for Ghana. And then Makosa. Easy shake it, that song was number 1 at the time now on Apple Music.
I agree. Well, you mean can you know him?
But this one you should know is Supreme.
Supreme.
What's the partner? Sing it again. Hey, sing the song. I'm hearing Supreme.
Never see nothing. They go see something. When I die the moon, they will come, but they go. Supreme. Well, no, but it will stay in your command. I'll be your Grizzly.
Anyway, because I'm the now this game, I'm gonna give it to him. He tried.
I don't want him to win. You want me to lose?
How do you pick fall and fail fall? How is you to have to win again? Oh yeah, let's go.
So I mean, which numbers?
We have 5 and then we have 3. 3. Wake up in the morning.
I wake up in the morning and I step up my feet.
I say, I don't know.
Two face opening burger.
Anyways, we have
That's what I wanted to cut to. Wake up, but I don't know the lyrics.
wake up in the morning.
So
What I said was wake up in the morning. Hallelujah.
now you never cut, man.
Anyways, we always go to this tiebreaker and everything, but then it's fine. For the tiebreaker, rather, we have Walai. 3 seconds. Let's go. Reborn.
Walai. What's this rundown song go?
What?
I will go 3 seconds. Let's do 5 seconds. Let's do 5 seconds.
I am already fine now. I know my song right now.
Okay, so for the tiebreaker, let's do. So please 3 seconds, please accurately. 5 seconds accurately. Adubu.
La Dugbo mi.
I go ask you for Adubo.
Wait, so we have 2 songs now. We have 2 songs. Okay, we have 2 songs, Abby. Who sang your this song? 3 seconds.
La Dugbo.
Yes,
Time
up.
yeah.
Bro, why you say the I got
That my head now. What make I do that? I make 5 minutes.
Anyways, Donny Fresky again came through and obviously winning this particular one again. Obviously, sore loser and same loser. This is his face. Get used to his face.
So it's funny how it's only on this show that I lose. Every other place I'm a winner, you know. I win UPS4. I win you.
Say that to Reborn. Say that to Reborn. Anyways, quick one. We're going to the last conversation for the day. We're talking about somebody that we really almost never talk about in the industry. I'm talking about KC. KC is that person. For some reason, KC is good. Yeah, as an artist, a very good guy. Philanthropy is doing good for himself, helping out to people and all of that. But then music-wise, he has not given us that.
Just follow now. Just say it.
Just say it, bro. Where you have anything to lose.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I know it's only so. What if tomorrow?
You don't get anything to lose now. Me.
So why?
I forget about that saying that whether you have something to I always say the truth. You have something to lose. No, just say the truth.
Why do you?
The F.
So. Can you pay it?
I don't like money. It's like 2,000 price.
Oh my god. Anyway, still on the case we saw where he performed at the renewed Hope concert. A lot of people came out dragging him, saying he shouldn't have done that. Is that tribe and all of that. For him, people said it was business, but purely business. Because it was also where he went to congratulate Oluomo in his apartment. Yeah, his brother at the time. So you're an artist. You are venturing into politics. You are doing business. How has that worked carefully for KC as a person?
Okay, so for me, I would say that KC normally has been a businessman even before music, during music, and after music. It's been money was, top of his priority, even beyond making good music. So he would, when he went for the renewed Hope concert, I was sure that this is purely business. There's nothing else you want to say because you can't say that he's coming for his fans. He doesn't have much fans still, jamming to his song as much as he used to. When he hears songs like Limpopo and so you understand when he was in his prime. Yeah. So he doesn't have that much crowd yet. So if you say he's coming for his fans, if he comes out this show now, I'm sure it will be sold out. But my point is, right now, it is business for KC. It is purely business for him.
Let's leave away from short firing. We saw where KC features Kibi on a song called Dum Dum, and it was purely Amapiano.
Everybody did sample
Amapiano. And then he has a recent one that's going everywhere. That's the Oja Piano. I said it to someone said we should have Ibile Piano. Oja Piano. Looking at KC Run, KC has done so many things. He has tried the Limpopo vibe. From there, he went to something that looked like gospel. No, even from Limpopo, he went strictly cultural.
Yes.
Strictly cultural to the Igbo guys. At the point he went to gospel, went a bit of gospel. Now he's back to Amapiano. In all of this route he has been through, which one do you feel, if you're Casey, you want him to, you wish he had stayed on it?
Well, man, Casey, this is a very, very tough one, because personally, my own personal opinion is that the Popo vibe was the vibe I loved the most. That was the one I enjoyed. After that time, when he went to the cultural part, first of all, I'm Igbo, but I do not understand Igbo much, so I only vibe to the beat, the vibe. So there's no way, even if you're dumb, you still be enjoying that, that Igbo vibe. So it's always something. But like I said, his best part was the Limpopo vibe.
Limpopo vibe. Anyways, Zinoleesky, we are seeing how from nowhere, the Japiano song is becoming a very, very serious sensation at the moment. It's very big. It's so big now that
for me, it's more of, I'm trying to play like a sample
of the song. Yeah,
I think what fascinated people is the production. Yeah, like how did you get, like how did you Igbo-lize Amapiano? Yeah, like like bro, it was yeah.
Like, bro, how did you get that stuff, guys?
Like it's just that's just the part that people are using to do that too much.
Yeah.
Song, like, bro, like it gives you the feel of cultural Amapiano. It's different from the like it just give you the like just my. So it's really interesting and catchy, and then you it's not something that you could have thought would have happened.
At all.
Out of no, man. That's why it's catchy and fascinating. People are enjoying and vibing to it. So I think it's a good catch for Casey, and it also shows that regardless of times and whatever it is, people would never forget the culture. Because when he moved to the Ckay City Brothers, at that time during the cultural praise, it was viral, was everywhere. People were playing it in buses, people were like really, really enjoying that one. And then he dropped a couple of other songs here and there, and right now he's back again with cultural Amapiano, which is really cool, and people are also loving it. So maybe Casey should in a way try to always maybe infuse culture
into the kind of stuff.
So that now way people know that okay, this is his niche. Okay, he's a cultural Afrobeat guy. Like when you listen to a song and then hear the cultural feel, you automatically know that that's the case. Same way you listen to a flavor song, you know that the culture is always in it. Like you always says that guy, this is flavor and that he has created.
Even as much as he's trying to do rap, once he sings, you know that
this is. Anyways, as we speak, for the TikTok conversation, he has about 300,000 plus posts. People have used the song to do about 300,000 post videos, and TikTok has a way it makes your song go like everywhere. We saw him money coming out to say, "I'm proud of you, my legendary brother Casey." Over 300,000 people listened to Amapiano, liked it, and thank you for the massive love. Came out to show people thank you for what you do, and obviously we appreciate you. And now for the Afro Music run. Funny how Amapiano as we speak is on number 20. Did I actually say 20? No, it's on number 19. Yeah, now it's on number 19 as we speak. It's on number 19, and that's like massive growth. I think it dropped about 100 spots.
Yes,
because it was
because now this is an example with
yes, this is another way. So even without, you already know that this is a new sound. It's a unique sound that how good it is. Put someone.
It's a new sound. It's a new sound.
It's something you can say is a new
but then now I won't go.
Yeah, cool.
But then let's look at the other side of it. Like no cap. Casey and Imoni. Okay, the name is clear. The name is clear. Imoni. They have enough money to pay any farmer in this world to farm any. What do you need? It's like, tell me what you need. Is it machine? Is it Rick, is it Cutlass? Tell me what you need. We're gonna give you for with all of this stuff. Just make our song number 1. They have the money to do all of that. With the song growth now, jumping so many spots to get number 19, and I'm sure in the next couple of hours, maybe number 15 or 10 or thereabout. Are you seeing a bit of farming elements in it?
Well, if
In quotes.
Casey wants to farm this one, he has the resources to farm it to number 1 in less than a day. Do you get? So but right now I also can't say that it's farming. If it is at the number it is right now, first of all, the reason if it is a song that dropped maybe from one of the artists that already put out people's faces like Asake, you know, those guys, it would be on number 1 by now. Do you get? But it's dropped by him, so at the number where it is, I feel like it is still looking like an organic number for him. So, but if it comes up, it can be a lot of things. If it comes to number 1, there could be elements of farming into it. There could also be elements of, you know, being just organic.
Anyways, do you think, because of what the Japan is doing now, do you think it's good music, or you think it's money pushing the song? Because obviously TikTok is
good music, you know, trust me, like people love the sound, and so when people love something, people always jump on it easily. So
true.
It is not because and the fact that people are even jumping on some of TikTok, so it doesn't mean that if they are going to, it's going to be specific to some set of people are just randomly vibing to it, doing different things to the sound. So I think it is becoming to be another viral song that, you know, Casey is, you know, getting for himself. But for the farming and resourcing and all of that, I think that Casey at this point knows that if he wants to get a song to be number 1, he knows what to do. And if he wants his song to gradually grow, he kind of know what to do. He tested that with the cultural praise, which, you know, did well for him. And right now he's doing the Oja piano. Before he dropped himself with Ckay, why did he spend money on that one? Why
That's true.
Why didn't, so you get me?
That's true.
So he knows that, okay, let me just leave this song to do whatever it is. He's not doing music because he wants to make
money. Yeah, so
if you are doing something that you know, you obviously may not want to spend money with someone, because I'm just doing it for the fun of it.
True. Anyways, for this conversation, this is the last question. What is TikTok doing to songs now? A lot of artists want to push their song on TikTok. David is pushing his song on TikTok. There's this particular guy in the US that has 20 years. Calm Down used him so well that he goes to the police guy, take the gun, and then they want to react, puts out the air, and then baby, calm down, and then they laugh about it. That guy is like, he's one of the biggest guys on TikTok. You saw they've done using him for all available and all of that. Now, TikTok, is it a yardstick? Because now artists are pushing for TikTok. They want themselves to be on TikTok. We saw it. You see Inyanya that had about 1 billion plus streams on TikTok. I think it was Inyanya there about. One side. What is TikTok contribution concerning Afrobeat, concerning artists and their song?
TikTok is a big influence. So songs that blew on TikTok, a lot of them. Calm Down was a TikTok sensation. No.1
that one.
Oxlade Closer also even went as big as TikTok created a filter.
Filter for it.
So TikTok is a powerful tool, you know, for the spread of music, because your video can go viral anywhere. Like my TikTok page, I have some followers are from Ghana, some from United States, from different countries, because your video will just go. So then once it goes and then they love the sound in it. Once it goes out there, they love the sound in it, they obviously will check it out, and then before you know it, your song starts penetrating.
Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one, and trust me when I say this, I had fun on this one, especially the game, and obviously Ebube lost again. We'll catch you guys on the very next one. Please stay safe, and always tell a friend to another friend that Gusto is doing something amazing here, and you don't want to miss it. I love you guys so much.
Avoid haters like him.
Just like you.